Jason HREHA is a behavioral scientist and serial entrepreneur who's on a mission to reshape how we think about habit building. Recently, I got a chance to sit down with Jason. Tell us 3 ideas that we can take away from this that'll spark our interest and maybe something we could even try out.
So the first big idea is that what you think can become a habit probably can't become a habit. A habit would be something along the lines of, as you leave the room, flicking the light switch off. You do that with little or no conscious awareness just because it's this motor pattern that's become this reflexive little behavior. Or maybe if you get up in the morning and you have a glass of water next to your bed, over time you could get it so that first thing in the morning, without even thinking, you grab the glass of water and take a sip. Those are the types of behaviors that can become habits, not things like going on a run or learning a new language or writing. The definition of habit in colloquial English and the scientific definition of habit are just different, right? We use habit more freely when we talk about habits with our friends. It just means any behavior that you do with some degree of frequency. But when we talk about habits in the scientific world, it means something very different. And the problem is that we're taking the scientific definition of that behavior and applying it to the general usage of the term. The greatest determinant of whether or not you're going to do a behavior regularly is whether or not the behavior is a good fit for you. So it's all about picking the right behavior, behavioral selection. People get into this habit of, all my friends are meditating. I've heard that meditation is good for you and it's something that you should do. I tried it. I hated it. Oh man, well, how do I get myself to do this behavior that I hated? How do I get myself to do that more? That's a common pattern people fall into. But well, why are you stuck on meditation? So let's zoom out a little bit. Why am I meditating? Is it for stress relief? Is it because I want to increase my focus and attention? Let me get clear about why I want to do this behavior. And then what's the outcome that I'm trying to achieve? You really have to understand yourself. And if you try a behavior and it doesn't work, instead of trying to force it with all these hacks that will barely make a dent in actually doing the behavior, you should probably just select a better behavior for you that gets you to the goal that you want to get to. For example, with exercise, a lot of people are trying to run right now. Running clubs and all that stuff are really popular at the moment. Running is not enjoyable for most people, right? A lot of people's bodies aren't well suited for running if you have old knee issues or ankle issues or foot issues. But what's the goal of running? Maybe it's to meet people, but there's lots of ways to meet people. But if it's actually for cardiovascular fitness, well, there's so many different forms of cardio. You can go swimming, you can ride your bike outside, you can do an elliptical, you can go hiking. Most of the behaviors that you're trying to make unconscious and automatic and habitual probably can't become that. Your strategy should become picking something that you don't hate and that actually works with you in your context.
Awesome. Thank you so much for spending all this time with us, Jason. I think we're all going to leave this a little more inspired than we started.
Thanks for having me, everyone.